Hey you guys, it's Peter and welcome to my channel, Peter Likes Books. And I wanted to come on here today to talk about my anniversary of this channel. So I feel like for like the last 2 or 3 years, I don't know the last time that I did an anniversary video over here. In total honesty, I have no idea the last time that I talked about it being my anniversary over here. But my anniversary for this channel is May 11th. And it came this year, and I was sitting in front of my computer doing something, and I was like, I think I was filming a cameo, actually, and I, like, looked at the date, because I was, like, looking at it in regards to somebody's birthday, and, like, in the middle of the cameo, I was like, oh my god, it's my Booktube anniversary today, and it was late, and I was like, I'd completely forgotten to, like, do an anniversary video, and I really, really wanted to do an anniversary video over here talking about my anniversary on Booktube, because it feels surreal to me that I've been doing this for 8 years now, that I've been filming videos for 8 years on Booktube. And some of you that are watching this video have been around with me and now probably watch some of my other channels as well, but have literally been around with me from like video 1 that I posted over here. And, you know, I can still to this day remember filming that very first video. It's right down there at our dining room table, which we use as a desk. It's where my computer is still set up today. And I had been watching so many Booktube videos, and I really wanted to be part of the community of Booktube, because I just loved Booktube. And at that point, like, Bookstagram wasn't really a big thing. TikTok wasn't even really around. And so I was just, like, enthralled with listening to people talk about books. A couple of my friends in my life read, but not that many. And so I didn't really have that many people to talk to about books. And I just would, like, watch all these videos. And I can remember back in the day, the people that I would watch and things like that. And some of them I still watch today. And get, like, a lot of recommendations from people that are still posting today, and I'm so thankful that they're still out there. And I found other people I've, like, it's interesting today, like back then, people started on Booktube and then they would kind of change their channels to doing other things like movies or lifestyle vlogs and stuff like that. Today, people have, like, been doing lifestyle vlogs and then change it to, like, specifically, like, bookish videos, which I think is so cool, right? And in the 8 years, I've seen this just re-interest in, re-interest, it's not even a word, this excitement again all over about reading and about books, you know, that a lot of people are, you know, going back to the library. A lot of my friends love the library. A lot of people are listening to books on Audible today. There are many, you know, a lot of people are, you know, Kindle and Nook readers out there. A lot of people read book clubs. Like, I'm an avid Reese's book club reader, and there's Good Morning America. There's like 100 different book clubs out there by 100 different famous people. I myself have a true crime book club that I run with my good Judy Mel. Hey Mel, how are you? And I also have Peter's book club. So every month I'm picking a true crime book. Well, we're picking a true crime book club, a book to read, and then I'm picking a book for Peter's book club to read. And so it's crazy to me, and I think back about when I originally wanted to start the book club, which ended up becoming a true crime book club. So for those of you that don't know the history of that actually was, I think it was called Peter's Book Club at the beginning. I don't even know what it was called at the beginning. I don't remember. But it was just where I was picking, like, cult classic books to read, or books that were, like, real popular in pop culture. And some of the books that we read were, like, V.C. Andrews' My Sweet Audrina, I remember we read, and we read the Christmas book by David Sedaris, and we were going to read Joan Didion's of Magical Thinking, and Valley of the Dolls was on the list as well. But that year, we read Michelle McNamara's I'll Be Gone in the Dark, One Woman's Obsessive Search for the Golden State Killer, which is still my favorite true crime book to date. And I loved that book so much. And she had just passed away, and the book was on the bestseller list, and I think we read it for the April book. And before that was when Mel had reached out to me, and she was like, hey, I'm part of the book club, and I'm really enjoying your videos, and, you know, like, if you want me to help with anything, I can help. And so I was like, yeah, that would be great. And I was just looking the other day at, like, some of our first messages. We first started talking, and it was so funny, like, how our friendships, like, evolved over all that time, right? And I remember that year, like, we loved true crime so much, and we kept on referencing back to that book when we would do the live streams and stuff. We just had our most recent live stream on Sunday. Had so much fun over there. We were talking about Greg Olson's American Black Widow, and we talked about some of the books that we have read over the last couple months too. So we had such a good time in the book club on Sunday, and there's so many people that continue to come to the book club, which I'm so thankful for, and so many people that have continued to watch my videos through the years, and I'm so thankful for it. But I can remember, like, it was in December or November, I think, and Mel and I were talking, and we were, like, trying to pick a theme for the following year. And I was like, she said, like, I think one of us said horror, and another one of us said, like, classics, and then I think we both kind of were like, what about true crime? And I was like, yeah, because we both love true crime, and I said she said something, or I said something about we could just change the book club to a true crime book club, and then, which I wish we would have called the True Crime Book Club, not a True Crime Book Club, but what's done is done. And so anyway, and she was like, it's our club or our book club. You can do whatever you want to do with it. We can do whatever we want to do with it. So that's when we switched it to true crime. And we've read so many really great books through the years, and really important novels too. A big part of our discussion on Sunday was talking about when we read Columbine by Dave Cullen, and how much I learned about that whole situation, how much I learned about laws that have been passed in the United States and how it's affected other crimes and things like that. And, you know, and through reading all the books, the importance of the victim stories, and I've learned so much just from reading true crime in a true crime book club. And then I was introduced to cozy mysteries, and somebody recommended a cozy mystery to me that watches my Booktube videos, and I've fallen in love with cozy mysteries. I think you guys know it's probably, besides thrillers, my favorite genre of book to read. I love to read thrillers, and I love to read cozy mysteries. And, you know, and it actually sparked a conversation with my neighbor across the street, because she loves cozy mysteries too. And so we talk about cozy mysteries, and a lot of people have reached out to me about their love of cozy mysteries, and so much has come from this channel, you know, in the last 8 years. And I think about that first day that I was sitting there, and I remember I had thought about it for, you know, a couple weeks, and, you know, my husband's somebody that if I bring something to him over and over and over again, he's like, just do it. Like, you're so excited about this, just do it, right? And so I remember thinking, okay, I really want to do this. I want to be part of this community. But at that point, I was like, felt very, very heavy. I was, you know, had a lot of like, I still have a lot of body dysmorphia, and I'm doing like a weight loss health journey on my Peter Dustos channel. But I felt like really like at that point, like I just didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. And I thought, no, I'm just going to wait 6 months, lose the weight, and then I'll film my first video. And I was like, I know if I wait 6 months, I won't lose the weight, and I'll never start this channel. And so I just immediately I just sat down and filmed the video, you know, and I was very, very nervous filming that first video. And, you know, the reality is I didn't lose weight for the first 6 months or 6 years. I didn't lose it. You know, I actually didn't lose it until after the accident. And then I lost more after pancreatitis. And it wasn't because I was working to lose the weight. It happened after, you know, as a result of both of those things. And so it was, you know, 6, 7 years later that I actually finally lost some weight, and that was the one thing that was going to keep me from ever making videos on YouTube or on Booktube specifically, right? And I remember I sat down and I made that video, and I was so scared. I just was like, I don't know what I'm getting into, and I had no idea what I was getting into, right? And so I posted the video, and I still like some of the highlights from that first like year or two is like I can remember like my first video that got 1,000 views on it. I think made a video on this channel about getting 1,000 views on a video, and I can remember because I graduated with like 670 people in my graduating class, and I was like, this is like if everybody in my graduating class was like forced to watch a video of mine. It just felt surreal to me, right? Which is why I think today, no matter how many people watch a video on any of my channels, like the fact that just one person watches my video means a lot to me because they choose to watch my video, you know? And that like means so much to me, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. And I go all the way back to that like one video where I got like 1,000 views, you know? There are people that post videos every single day on YouTube and have never gotten more than 50 or 100 views on a video, but they keep on pushing them out. And those are the people that inspire and motivate me the most because they just love doing it for doing it, right? It's not about the views. It's not about, you know, if people agree with them or don't agree with them. It's just because they love doing it. They can't not do it. And that's how I felt when I started it, you know? And then it's transpired through the years into me having 6 other channels. I have 7 channels now. And I can tell you right now that when I started there on that day, I never would have thought that this was like going to be my full-time career. I never thought that I would wake up every day and be like, what videos am I going to film today? I never thought that I would have a list next to my computer of like all of my channels together. I never thought that I would like have so many people reach out to me and share their stories about addiction, recovery, marriage problems, losing parents, friendships, loneliness, OCD, body dysmorphia, all the things I've talked about in my videos that have come from me making that very first BookTube video, right? Is me sharing a lot. And I'm often accused of oversharing. And there's a lot of things I do share about. There's a lot of things I still keep very, very private that I never talk about. I have never talked about in any videos, right? You know, and there's a lot of relationships that I have in my life that are extremely meaningful to me that I've never referenced or mentioned that person once in any kind of video. Not even called them like a sober friend like I usually do, you know? Never even mentioned anything about those friendships. And they're very dear friends of mine. But, you know, I've been accused through the years of oversharing in my videos because I share this and I share that and whatever. There are times that I feel like I could probably pull it in a little bit, but about the big issues, about the things that have to do with my sobriety or addiction or mental health, you know, issues, or about OCD, or about marriage counseling, or about like us almost heading to divorce and then saving our marriage, or about, you know, my mother's passing, or sharing with you guys our dog's passing, or, you know, just the support that you guys have given me through, you know, the accident, and also through pancreatitis and other family passings I've had with my aunt, my uncle, and things like that. Like, I wouldn't give any of that back, you know? And so many people reach out to me and say, I'm just so thankful that you shared this in a video. I'm so thankful for that, right? And that all started on that one day that I chose to sit down there and film a video because I could not be a part of BookTube. And BookTube has given me that. BookTube has given me so many people, you know, that reach out to me and share little funny things with me about like animals on Instagram, or, you know, share like quotes that mean something with me, you know. And on top of all that, the cherry on the top of that ice cream sundae is all of the amazing books that I have learned about or heard about through BookTube. Through having this channel, I have been introduced to so many authors and so many books that I probably would never have read had it not been for me being here, you know? And I'm so incredibly grateful for that. Found so many cozy mysteries. The whole entire genre of cozy mysteries came as a result of this channel. The one thing that probably is my top 10 list of makes me the happiest, cozy mysteries, is one thing that came as a direct result of this channel. And I'm so grateful for that, you know? When I was a kid, my mom would take me to the library, and I've shared this a lot. She would take me to the library, and she'd say, like in the summer, but not just the summer, but all year long, but I can remember in the summer, she'd say, you can get as many books as you want, but you have to read the books, right? And so I'd come out and I'd have this big stack, you know, of books. And I can remember at that point, it was like you do this, like, you know, they have like a caterpillar, and you move your space up. If you like read 5 books, then 10 books. If you read like 30 books or something like that, you got like an ice cream sundae at McDonald's, or like, you know, an ice cream cone at Baskin Robbins or something. And I can remember like always entering those things. And I'd come out of the library with a stack of books like this big. My mom would be like, Peter, you're not going to possibly read all those books. And I'd be like, yeah, Mom, yeah, I am. And I can remember laying them like out, you know, my bedroom floor, and looking at them on the carpet. I can remember like rainy days where it's thunderstorming outside, and, you know, me like reading a book. I listened to books long ago too, you know. I can remember having the records where it would beep and you would turn the page in the book and go along with it. I listened to tape cassettes of books long ago too. My love for audio books has not been a new thing. It's been something I've done for years and years and years. In fact, in my old job, I used to drive around the state of Indiana and do assessments to the Department of Corrections, and I would listen to Patricia Cornwell books on the way, and other people that wrote thrillers, you know, and mysteries. Books have been a huge part of me for as long as I can remember, you know, and I was raised loving books. Both my parents love books and love literature and love stories and storytelling, and I love that, and I escaped into that when I was growing up. The one thing that I didn't ever expect was that it would end up giving me my life and what I have today, and all the support that I have from so many of you out there that watch my videos and have watched me develop 7 other channels, you know, and now I'm, you know, just covered Bridgerton over my Peter Watches TV channel for today, and, you know, I've talked about, you know, influencers on my drama channel, and I vlog every day and just tell stories of my life, and, you know, I try funny stuff or fun stuff that I want to try on my review channel, and I just live my life and share stuff on my Peter Does Stuff channel. And I have a movie club now, right? And I'm documenting my health journey over there. And then I have a channel where I share meditations and stories that I've learned about my life. I never, on that day, 8 years ago, on May 11th, ever would have thought that sitting down there at the desk, that my life would look like it does today, and that I would have had all the opportunities that I have today as a result of it, and then my life would be, I mean, it's like my old sponsor in recovery says, I have a life beyond my wildest dreams. I have a life beyond my wildest dreams today, you know, and in part that is because of my world on YouTube that started at that desk for that video that I was so afraid to make, right? Because I was so concerned about what other people would think about me or say about me. And that's probably, in all honesty, been the hardest lesson I've had to learn on YouTube through the years, you know? That what other people think about me is really none of my business. But there's also been so many of you that have been so supportive and loving and kind to me. I can remember when, you know, our dog Pee-Pee passed away, and we were in Mexico after that, and my husband just laid in bed and just sobbed as he was just reading supportive message after support. So many people DM'd him and emailed him and me and just sent the most supportive messages, you know, and through everything, people have been there for me. And that's the gift I never thought when I started that video, you know, that day. I never thought that people would reach out to me to want birthday shout outs or want me to, like, you know, be part of their proposal at a wedding, or, you know, that they would want to share things that's going on with their lives. And so many people do that. So many people share their lives with me on a daily basis through emails and DMs and in the comment sections. We're reading books together. We're watching movies together. It's cool, you know? It's really, really cool. And growing up where I didn't really have a lot of people that liked me, you know? And to know that there's a few out there that do, that's really a blessing. You know, it's really, really a blessing. If I can tell you anything that I've learned through these 8 years, the one thing I would tell you is don't ever hesitate to go towards your dream, because you never know where your dream is going to lead, you know? I've said for years things like, when people want to be actors, right? Like, they give up on their dream because they don't think it's going to be realistic for them. They don't know that, like, by doing community theater, or by, you know, doing community theater every year, or getting, like, an acting coach, or trying out or auditioning for this, that you're not going to, like, auditioning isn't going to, like, help with your confidence. Or doing community theater, you're not going to meet a group of people that you never met before that become your closest friends. Doesn't mean you're going to be getting an Oscar next year, but the journey along the way might be 10 times more valuable. The journey that I have had on YouTube, and no, I'm not going anywhere, as I say on my drama channel, but the journey that I have had so far has been amazing, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. And it all started here, you know? It all started here with me consistently posting on my Booktube channel, and I'm so grateful for all of you. For those of you that are new, and for those of you that have been around from the very beginning, don't let anything stop you from your dreams. Always pursue your dreams. You don't know where it's going to take you. It might not take you to your dream, but it might take you to something 100 times better. You never know. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.